What is going on, everybody?
Yo!
My name is Nick Valley.
My name is Jonah Dockenai.
And this
and
is
we're Rev Rock Revolution! I knew we were going to make that as long as possible. I could just... Welcome back, guys.
Always trying to show me up. Yeah, this is Rev Rock Revolution, and this is the only show where you're going to see me in a baseball cap. It's the only place on the planet where you're going to see me in a hat. So there's that. Welcome back, guys. I cannot wait for this episode. This is a big one. It's filled with a lot of stuff, and we got to plow through it. So let's just do like a quick catch up. I'm going to get through mine in like 2 minutes. I know it's unbelievable to believe because it's me, but here we go. Two big things. Number one, my song, which I talked about in last episode, What About Me, that Jonah played bass on, came out.
It's out.
Wednesday, the January 31st. And people who've been listening to it love it. I sent it out to all my fans, text and email group. The reaction has been even greater than Here I Am. People seem to really connect to this song, and they seem to really like it, unless they're an internet troll. But you know, we don't even pay attention to those people. We don't even pay attention to those people. They're nonsense. But yeah, so it's been going really well. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely go stream that. And then the second thing, which is going to lead in perfectly. See, we took a note of how clean our segues were last week, so we're just trying to do that again somehow. But it might not be as good because we manufactured them, but that's besides the point. Here's the thing. I just got news the other day from my agent that I booked this really cool, I'm not allowed to say what it is, but this really cool, it's a very small part in a show that's on Netflix. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, but yeah, so I am doing that. And yeah, so who knows?
Go.
It is award season. It is award season. Wink, wink. So you might see your boy. Nah, you're not going to see that. It's a very small thing, but but that does lead us into our next thing. Real quick, Jonah, before we go into that, do you have anything else to add?
I haven't, or I've been up to a lot of stuff. I won't go super deep into it because we're working on everything. But I will say, in my last, this will be a little teaser for what's in my last vocal lesson. I was working on my opera singing and doing like chorus stuff. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Let's go into the next segment.
Can I just talk about how this episode feels so like already like our show is as chaotic as you, but this feels like very clunky today already. We're like 3 minutes into it, and I can already tell this is going to be the most random fucking episode we've ever had of our show.
This is great.
I was not expecting you to say that. But I know. Obviously, I know you're a teacher because it's mine. So that is interesting. I am looking forward to hearing this. You don't want to hear me sing opera, but yeah, that sounds really cool. Yeah. So our segue here about award season is it is Grammy time. It's coming up. When this episode airs, it's going to have already happened yesterday. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to do Grammy. This is our first year we get to do this. So we're going to do Grammy predictions this year.
Yes.
And some of them might be biased and some of it might be just genuine. You know what? We should do like two. We should do like who we think's going to win and who deserves to win.
Yes. No, I was thinking that exact same
perfect.
thing.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I don't want to waste any time here because we have a long list and then we have other things to get into that are related to music, artists, and things happening at the Grammys. So we're gonna get into that. I think now, right? Does that sound good, Jonah?
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Yeah, let's not don't bore us. Get to the chorus, right? Here
This
we
is our
go.
fastest intro, by the way.
I feel like our audience is thanking us for that, though.
Yeah.
Would you like to do the first, or do you want me to start?
Yeah, let's. How about you start? Well, what's the first category we're gonna go over?
Okay, so the first category is the one that everybody waits for every year, and I don't know why they call it this because it's literally just song, but they have to separate it. It's literally just the same award twice, record and song of the year, but this is the one everyone waits for, record of the year. And unless you know why they said, do you know why it's record of the year and song of the year? Is like one like opinion and one like numbers? Or?
I have no idea. Award shows kind of confuse me because one as an artist, yeah. Because like, how do you decide whether a song is better than another? Everyone relates to the songs for different reasons, and like, there's not like a point system for songs or anything. Imagine if like songs were like, oh, it did this song structure, or like it had this and this and this, so it gets points. And
well, awards in general, I mean, it's like, I think it should be all based off stats and then fan voting. There shouldn't be like a board of people that are like deciding what's quote unquote good or quality. You know what I mean? That's like,
yeah, no, I totally agree with that. It should be the fans.
Because the people that win the award should be the people who have the most fans, and then the people that are able to, break records. So I think that's what really wins awards. I mean, what's an award if like some like group of old white guys think you were great? Like, okay, that's kind of like.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Record of the year. Here are the nominees, and I would love to get your take. It's weird because I feel like this is the same people that it was the last 2 years. It's like a mix of the people that were up the last 2 years.
I feel that.
Worship by John Baptiste, which didn't he win like last year and was like totally unexpected? Like no one was expecting him to win the award. I'm pretty sure it was John Baptiste.
Probably. The past year's been so chaotic, I don't even remember the last Grammys.
I don't remember any of them. I don't remember. The last one I remember. You know what? You know which Grammys is the most memorable for me?
What?
The one that I watched on YouTube
Metallica?
from '84, where the one where Michael Jackson just sweeped. That's the most memorable to me.
Nice.
It's no joke.
The most memorable one for me.
It is memorable because they just kept calling the same name over and over again.
Yeah, it's just Michael Jackson, and he deserved every single one.
He did.
It's fun.
Yeah, and then we're gonna talk about something related to that. I just want to get this real quick. Is that what was bullshit? Was that when he came back with Bad, and there were like. The album numbers were about the same. He had more radio hits, more singles from that album. And they purposely, and this is what we were just saying about how the awards are bullshit. They purposely didn't nominate him for anything. And he didn't win a single Grammy Award for Bad just because they didn't want another Michael Jackson sweep.
That's stupid. Yeah, that's
so dumb.
That's
because
why
they didn't want
it's
him. They didn't want everyone to lose that year. It's rigged. It is. No, we don't want to start talking about rigged things. People are going to start thinking we're taking political stances. So let's just keep going. Just keep going.
Okay, so the nominees
I'm telling you, every day we get one step closer.
Every day. Well, for right now, we're not. Okay, so who are the rest of the nominees, Nick?
Okay, John Baptiste, Worship, Boy Genius, Strong Enough, Flowers, Miley Cyrus, oh god, What Was I Made For, Billie Eilish, On My Mama, Victoria Monet, Vampire, Olivia Rodrigo, Anti-Hero, Taylor Swift, and Kill Bill, SZA.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought Anti-Hero was released like 3 years ago.
Yeah, but you know what's funny is I'm realizing it was a year ago, but Taylor Swift has done so much and she's been everywhere in the media and in the music industry this last year. Taylor Swift has put out like 6 projects in the last year. Yeah. It's ridiculous. It feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, I know.
Which era is this? I don't even know. Follow any of that.
Her NFL era? I don't know.
Yeah. All right. We're not going to talk too much
the
about
Swifties
that.
are gonna come after
We'll talk
me.
about next episode is going to be the Super Bowl, and where we're going to get even closer to political stances. Okay, let's just get back on top. We haven't even gotten through one category yet. We're 10 minutes into this episode.
There's...
Oh my god, this shit's so self-indulgent. Okay, question: who do you think's going to win, and who do you think should win?
I think Taylor Swift is gonna win because I feel like whenever Taylor Swift is in a category, she always wins, no matter what. She's I mean, it is deserved, because she's so big. She's one of the newest like legacy acts. I feel like, because you don't see like legacy.
She will
acts
be. Yeah, I agree.
Anymore.
I agree.
But
No, it's true. It definitely is.
yeah,
I think she's the biggest female legacy act of all time. That's just my opinion. I think she's going to eventually be the biggest female legacy act of all time. In terms of fame around the world, it's like it is Michael Jackson and Taylor Swift. Like there really isn't anyone who's been this famous before. Like maybe Elvis and the Beatles. Like there's a very short list of people.
Yeah, it's insane, and yeah, it's if she wins the Grammy, it's definitely deserved. I think my favorite song out of the list though is "Vampire" by Olivia Rodrigo, and I love the whole Guts album. Yeah, it's
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, what I like about Olivia Rodrigo is she likes to push the boundaries of her songs. I feel like Taylor Swift plays it safe a lot.
I agree.
And writes more straightforward songs, where Olivia Rodrigo is more diverse in her songwriting and more experimental, which is what I like to do in my own songwriting. So
no, I'm totally with you. I have a very different opinion than you do on this.
I'm curious.
Taylor Swift wins. Taylor Swift always wins at every award show she's nominated in. For me, at least from what I've seen, except the Grammys. I can't remember the last time Taylor Swift won a Grammy. I can tell you every time she's won an American Music Award. I can tell you every time she's won a Billboard Award, an MTV Award. I couldn't tell you the last time she won a Grammy Award. So my theory is here, and this is going to be probably one of the few categories where I think the person I think should win is going to win. Even though, and I'm sorry, I want to apologize to my wife here. You know how much I love you, Olivia. This has been very much known to the public. I think Billie Eilish should and will win this category with "What Was I Made For." I just think it's one of those songs for her career.
I could see
so
that.
That's just my
I could
opinion.
see that as well.
And okay, listen. If I can't. It's not like I would be shocked if Taylor Swift won. It's just I can't remember the last time she won a Grammy Award.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So the album of the year is kind of basically the same people. John Batiste, Boy Genius, Miley Cyrus. You add Lana Del Rey into the mix. Janelle Monáe is in the mix. Guts, Taylor Swift, Midnights, and SZA. I'll start here. I haven't really. I probably should listen to more Boy Genius. Because I hear, but I listen. For me, this is a tough one. I feel like they always have to nominate at least one or two people that probably won't win or will surprisingly win. So I'm just gonna take a random bold guess that I don't even know if is correct, but I would say Janelle Monáe. But who should win? Guts. Guts was the top 3 albums that came out last year.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Guts deserves to win. As I was saying, it's one of my favorite pop records. I will say I don't listen to pop a lot because I'm mainly.
Well, you and I have a different experience with that.
Yeah, and
because I do listen to a lot of pop records.
I haven't listened to. Or I'll say I listen to a decent amount of pop, just not a lot of modern pop.
Agreed. I agree with that. I haven't listened. No, if what you're getting at is you haven't listened to most of these records, then yeah, I'm with you. I've listened to a couple singles off each of these albums, but I haven't listened to these albums. Guts is the only album I've listened to all the way through. So I feel like it's only fair for me to say that should win. And I'm hoping that one wins, but I don't think it will. I think Janelle Monáe will, just because they can pull the like artist card,
underdog,
like the real musician card, the underdog card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is and she is. She probably is the most like, you know what I mean? Like the most advanced musician in that group. And she is. I don't know why I keep quoting that. It's just fact. But in their brain, they're gonna think they have to give at least one award, like they did with John Baptiste last year. Like no one was expecting him to win, even though he probably deserved to. No one was expecting it. I think that's what's gonna happen here. So who do you think is gonna win? If you want to,
I think I'm gonna go with. I think Guts is gonna win and deserved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll be with you if it won. I was just making a random guess. Song of the year. We have A&W, which is the Lana Del Rey song. Antihero. Butterfly by John Baptiste. Dance the Night by Dua Lipa. I like that song a lot. Flowers, Miley Cyrus. Kill Bill, SZA. Vampire, Olivia Rodrigo. And What Was I Made For? Billie Eilish. So if you want to take a stab here first.
Let's see. I for this one I want Dance the Night to win. I like that. I like that song. Chad Smith on the drums, like that song's a vibe.
Yes.
So
all Dua Lipa's music is. She's one of the highest quality, like pure pop artists that are around nowadays, I feel like.
Yeah, and what I like, I feel like there isn't as much like feel good music as there used to be in like the 80s and because like a lot of pop songs, there's a lot of like sad stuff, and I don't
angry stuff.
I have nothing against that, but yeah, I do like songs that make me feel good. That was like
I'm with you,
like Journey and like all those bands like. Yeah, so it definitely gives me that vibe. So I'll go with Dance the Night for who I hope to win. But I feel like deserved, or I mean who will win? This is hard. I'll go.
I feel like you want to say Taylor Swift again.
Yeah, I think I want to say I'll go Anti-Hero, even though it's not my favorite song on the list.
Okay, first off, Song of the Year. Who do I think made the biggest splash this year? Like, who do I think deserves? I think the biggest song on this list, and not to repeat myself here, I think the biggest song was I think the biggest song on this list was Vampire. And I think personally, I think either Billie Eilish is going to win this or Record of the Year. It's going to be one or the other. That song's going to win something. But I'm hoping that Vampire will win the other award, just because I don't know if the Grammys, because they're all stuck up or whatever, I don't think they're going to like take Dance the Night away seriously, even though I think it should win. You know, I never see feel good music ever win these major categories. So yeah, I think it's gonna be Vampire, and I wouldn't be upset by that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be upset, but I wouldn't be upset with Vampire. What Was I Made For? Like,
okay, yeah, no, okay. So this next category is mind-boggling, because every year I stare at it, and there's always at least one person on the list where I'm like, this person's been around a while. Why are they in this category? And then there's always like majority of people I've never heard of. This is Best New Artist, and I've known about this category. I knew who the nominees were before looking at this list. And I want to tell you an interesting story that I learned. Did you know that Richard Marx was supposed to be in this category when he put out his first record in the 80s? But there was a rule that if you had released anything before the year of that Grammys that you were not eligible for this category, and everybody was upset because they thought he was going to win that year. So he was disqualified. So they ended up creating the Richard Marx rule that it was just that Best New Artist was just constituted by popularity increase and not like actually your first project being released.
Which I
thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm glad they switched that. Yeah. Otherwise,
well, Richard Marx got fucked, but
yeah, Richard Marx got, but yeah, but if that rule didn't happen, then you and I would not be eligible for Grammys.
Eligible for that category? Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
not for that one at least.
Yeah,
no. Shout out to Richard, buddy of mine I've met in person. Cool guy. Best New Artist. Okay. Gracie Abrams. Fried Again. Ice Spice. Jelly Roll. Coco Jones. Okay. I have a comment about that. Noah Khan. Victoria Monet. And The War and Treaty. Okay. So there's 3 artists on this list I've never heard of. I want to see if they're the same as you. Who are the 3 you haven't heard of? Or maybe you've heard of more than I have. I don't know. I'm not going to assume. But.
No, I feel like the only 2 people I really know on this list, or not even really know, just like I've heard of, are Ice Spice and Jelly Roll. And the rest, I have no idea. Ice Spice and Jelly Roll, I kind of know. I couldn't tell you a name of either of their songs.
Okay, I got to tell you the fact that Ice Spice is on this list. I have no comment. I don't know what to say about that. It is one of the worst nomination decisions I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm sorry. It's just my opinion. That Boy's a Liar song made me want to jump out of a window. I hated that song. Drives me crazy. I don't know what this new shit that she's doing about you think you the shit, you're not even the fart. I'm like, yeah, wow. That's poetic.
Wow, that is a statement for sure.
It definitely is. Okay, but I've heard of Gracie Abrams before, but I don't know anything by her to like comment. Fried Again, I have no idea who that is. Victoria Monet, I have no idea who that is. And The War and Treaty, I have no idea who that is. Noah Khan, I only know one of his songs. I'm sure you heard it. You know Stick Season? That song that's been like going around. It's been like viral. Olivia Rodrigo did a cover of it.
If I heard, I can't think of it, but I'm sure if I heard it, then I would know.
Okay, yeah. It was like one of those songs this year. I think I don't know where it came from, but all of a sudden everybody started talking about it. I think this is my opinion. I think Jelly Roll's going to win, and he deserves to win. Because I actually do listen to some of his music. He is really good. He's really talented. He's been through a lot. He's like 40 years old. He came out of prison and he completely changed his life around. And I have total respect for that guy. He's a great artist. He's got a great voice. I like his sound. It's a unique mix of like country and rock and industrial. It's super cool. I think he's awesome, and I think he's going to win. Now, I have a comment before you, since you don't really know much about these people. I'm assuming you don't really have an opinion. Anyway.
Well, I'm just gonna go with you. That's who I was gonna say, because Jelly Roll, from what I've seen in the shorts, from what I've seen in shorts and TikToks and stuff, what I've heard is pretty cool, and I've seen him pop up everywhere. So yeah, I'll go with Jelly Roll for both.
I will say this about this. I'm not sure if you know about this, but there is a theory, the Best New Artist curse, that every artist who's ever won that award kind of never reaches the same level of fame again. So I'm kind of half hoping Ice Spice wins. The comment I want to make about Coco Jones. Do you know who Coco Jones is?
No.
Coco Jones is extremely talented. She's amazing. Mm-hmm. But she's been around and people have known who she is for like 10 years. Why is she
Oh.
on this list? Coco Jones was on my favorite Disney Channel movie of all time, Let It Shine. This is my favorite Disney Channel movie. It's amazing. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's one of the best Disney Channel movies ever. It's probably the most serious Disney Channel film they ever made. And she was in the show and the movie. She's an amazing singer, amazing like gospel, like soul singer, unbelievable.
Oh,
I think she's an
nice.
R&B singer now. But she can sing. But people know who she is. I don't know why she's on this list. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But that you see that from time to time again, like an artist who everybody knows who it is, but they still show up on that list for some reason. Real quickly, I want to get through these rock and metal and alternative music categories. I just want to start because I feel like we've been making a lot of comments. We've made a lot of comments about rock and metal and alternative on this show. I feel like we could just plow through and like make our predictions. So I'm going to spitfire at you, and then I don't know. Here's what I'll do to make for time matters. I'll just go right down the list and then get your two, like your who should win, who you think will win on all of them, and then you could just go back around and ask me to make life easier.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Best rock performance. Sculptures of Anything goes Arctic Monkeys, More Than a Love Song, Black Pumas, Not Strong Enough, Boy Genius, Rescued, Foo Fighters, and Lux Eterna, Metallica.
Okay, I think deserved and who will win, Rescued, Foo Fighters. That song is a banger.
Agreed. Agreed. We don't even need to go back to this category.
Yeah, I feel like the two choices that would be a toss-up would be Foo Fighters and Metallica, but to me, Foo Fighters knocks them out of the park.
That album is one of their best top 5 records they've ever put out. So yeah,
agreed.
I'm with
It's so good, so much emotion, so much feeling. Yeah,
agreed. Definitely. Metal performance. This is your category, man. Badman, Disturbed, Phantom of the Opera, Ghost, 72 Seasons, Metallica, Hive Mind, Slipknot, and Jaded Spirit Box. I don't know enough about this to make a comment, so
I want Spirit Box to win because they are an amazing band, and I love their tunes, and I always like seeing new metal artists win a Grammy. But I feel like Metallica will win because they are Metallica. I didn't like 72 Seasons as an album, but I feel like I feel like I feel like they're Metallica. They're going to win.
Probably. I just want to say I never thought I'd see the day where Jonah Duck and I would root against Metallica, especially after the episode we had with the whole Megadeth and Metallica debate we had that one day.
I love
I am
Metallica.
shocked that you were like
don't
not
like their
rooting for
new
Metallica
album
this year. Best rock song. Okay, this is where things get interesting. Rescued, Not Strong Enough, Boy Genius, which if you don't know Boy Genius, I think it's Phoebe Bridgers' band. Emotion Sickness, which is Queens of the Stone Age. Angry, The Rolling Stones, which I'm sure you saw the video with Sydney Sweeney. And Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl, Olivia Rodrigo. Yeah,
that's interesting. I will say I did not expect Olivia Rodrigo to be.
That's what I was gonna. Yes.
Yeah, like I was getting rock vibes from her album and her music, but I didn't really think
That's definitely the most punk song on that record. But I don't think. I think I think alternative. It should have been in that category. I don't know about rock.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like based on like popularity, Ballad of a Homeschool Girl will probably win. I would say deserved either Queens of the Stone Age or actually it's kind of hard because I love the Stones tune. I love Queens of Stone Age. I haven't listened to Not Strong Enough and Rescued.
I haven't either. I want to listen to Boy Genius in general. I feel like I have to now after
me too.
what
We have to listen to Boy Genius after.
Let's just do it together. I feel like we should just do it.
Yeah, just throw an album on. I'm gonna say Stones because it would be cool to see the Stones win a Grammy in 2024.
Well, you're not going to see it because they always give the Rock Awards away
for
the pre-show, which I'm upset about, and that's a topic for another day.
Yeah.
That's a
we
topic
need to
for
bring
every other
Rock
episode we've
back
ever
to
had on this
Grammy.
show. But that's just every other episode of our show, so I don't want to get into that. Best rock album. This is going to be a tough one. Oh, I didn't even say my opinion. I'm with you. I think the Stones will win, and I think that is going to be interesting to see.
Yes.
I don't really have an opinion on who should win because those are all good. Best rock album. But Here We Are. That's my pick already. Starcatcher, Greta Van Fleet. 72 Seasons, Metallica. In Times, New Roman. Queens of the Stone Age. And This Is Why, Paramore.
I think deserves to win. Foo Fighters. I think Foo Fighters. I also like This Is Why. This Is Why was also a good album.
I'm with you. Yeah. I think we have the same opinion. I think Foo Fighters will win because every time Foo Fighters are up in the rock category, they always sweep.
Yeah, that is true. They just write good music.
Great.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Foo Fighters because that was the strongest album overall. I feel.
I agree. It was the strongest commercially and the strongest, like, content-wise.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they wouldn't win. Okay, alternative. I have to give this one already to Paramore because it's Paramore's album. Then you get Lana Del Rey's album, Boy Genius's album, which I don't want to root against Boy Genius because I haven't heard it. I feel like it's unfair. But Arctic Monkeys and then Alves. I don't even know how to say that or who that is. But I think Paramore will win.
I agree.
Maybe
I
Lana
agree with you on that.
Maybe Lana. I think Paramore should, but I think Lana might. Or Boy Genius. I don't know because Boy Genius seems to be popular.
Yeah, watch Boy Genius just sweep.
Probably. This is gonna be this conversation is gonna be so like, what's the word? What's they always say? It's not gonna age well. That's what I was gonna say. Okay, we only have one more category here. Then there's a bunch of other like R&B and stuff, but I don't think anyone wants to hear our opinion on that. The Car, Arctic Monkeys. This is for best alternative album. The Record, Boy Genius. Did you know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? Lana Del Rey. Cracker Island, Gorillaz. What a title. I Inside the Old Year Dying, PJ Harvey. I'm going to give this to Boy Genius because I feel like they're going to probably win more than we gave them credit for.
I was going to do the same thing. I was like, I haven't voted Boy Genius yet. I feel like Boy Genius because they're nominated for everything pretty much.
Yep. And then finally, best rap song. No, I'm just fucking with you. Just fucking with you. I couldn't even win. I couldn't even justify that.
No.
I couldn't even try. I'll give it to Ice. Oh my god, this episode should just be like bashing Ice, like the title should just be like bashing Ice Spice. Okay, well, something I wanted to, that's all our nominations. We're gonna see how that turns out, and we'll talk about next week how we did.
Let us know what your guys' predictions were in the comments.
Yeah, because
below.
This episode's gonna be already out. Tell me what you think of who won. If you're upset about anything, how right or how wrong we were. We want to hear it all. So just put it in. Something that's happening at the Grammy Awards, I don't know if you saw, because something else happened today at the time of this filming. It's Thursday, February 1st. Already February, crazy. But I'm not sure if you saw, Billy Joel put out his first pop single in 30 years today.
Oh, that came out today? I heard.
It came out today. Yeah.
I need to listen to that.
If you haven't listened to it yet, you should check it out. But it's basically, it sounds a lot like his like Cold Spring Harbor years. Like it's early like piano ballad like kind of stuff, and it sounds really good. So I love that.
Awesome.
But yeah, how this adds up to the Grammys. He's going to be performing there for the first time in like decades. So he's going to perform the song.
I got chills hearing that, dude. I was like, oh, I am so excited.
I'm so hyped, right?
Yeah.
I love Billy Joel's the best.
Yeah,
I love Billy Joel.
Awesome. Yeah, he was
top
one of
5
my
inspirations ever.
Yeah, he was one of my first concerts. That he was like within like the first 10 concerts that I went to. I saw him in San Francisco. Yeah.
Wow. I love his music is just timeless. It's classic. He wrote so many fucking hits by himself. And so he's unbelievable. One of the greatest top 10 selling artists of all time, and it's deserving. He's amazing. He's still got it in his 70s, you know?
Yeah,
musically, and the fact that he has 2 little kids under the age of 10. Good for him. Yeah. By the way, I just want to say you gotta love the old rock stars and the old like even not just rock stars, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro. You gotta love these old legends with little kids,
little tiny kids.
I mean, I would never, but but it's definitely a boss move.
Yeah,
for sure. Something else before we wrap up here. Something else that happened in the music industry, kind of one of the craziest things that is, I think it's going to be a major playing factor here in the music industry. I'm not sure if you saw it today. Officially, any artist who is signed under Universal Music Group and all of their subsidiary labels, that's the part that everyone's not realizing. All that music has been taken off of TikTok and is not allowed to be used.
Oh, wow.
You didn't know about this?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So basically what happened is Universal was trying to do a deal with TikTok, right? Where they were trying to make, it's not fair that you're not compensating our artists enough. You need to give us more money for streams and use of songs on TikTok. And the deal fell through. So Universal's pulled all of their artists off of the platform. Now, what people don't realize is when I'm saying Universal, it's not just Universal. Universal owns so many fucking record labels that own so many fucking record labels. Like, let's put this in perspective. Universal owns Abbey Road, Capitol, Def Jam, EMI, Island, Interscope, Republic, Virgin. It's ridiculous. And all of Geffen, all of these people under all these labels. We're talking Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, Shawn Mendes, like all the major legacy acts. Almost every big name. I went to go post a TikTok today, and there's like a cool strategy. I'm dropping little hints here too. If you're an artist watching this show, where you can like tag a song that's like similar to yours, and then pull the audio down so like people who use that sound or watch videos with that sound will also see your. I went to go do that, and I had to search for like a bunch of songs before I found somebody who wasn't under one of these labels. Like, it's ridiculous how many songs are off of TikTok.
That's crazy, dude. I did not know about that. That's big for all the younger artists that are on TikTok and trying to push their music, because now there's not any of the big names really. Yeah. So all the younger artists have more of a chance. You're not competing against the big artists now.
Yeah, because all their sounds are gone. So it's like it's pretty much mostly. I mean, unless you're at like Atlantic Records or like Capitol or something like, or Warner, like this, it's fair game for indie artists now. Yeah. Kind of cool. It created a bigger.
That is cool.
Which, by the way, people are saying it's kind of bullshit that Universal did this, because Universal doesn't really care about the artists. People don't really think that. I'm not bashing Universal here when I say this. I'm just stating other people's point of view. I want to make that clear. This is not my opinion. This is articles that I've read on the internet. That they were really upset that they didn't put more money in their pockets, because if they wanted to pay their artists more money, they could. They own a portion of Spotify, but yet they let the artists continue making the same amount of streams, and they put more money in their pocket. That's just a fact. So there's no reason that, like, and they probably didn't consult with the artists if they were okay with this decision, first off. So they just lost one of their biggest like promotion tools. And for the people who are like Taylor Swift or Olivia Rodrigo, this isn't going to affect them. It's not going to cause them, Billie Eilish, it's not going to cause them, like, this is not going to harm them in any way. But what about all like the newer artists that were just signed to the label that now can't promote their music on TikTok? That sucks.
Yeah, that's gonna suck for them. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's such a big promotion tool. Like social media is like a must nowadays, unless you already have an established fan base.
And TikTok is like the place for music. But I will say this, like I've pointed out when we had this conversation on the show, that YouTube Shorts is really starting to take up. I wouldn't be surprised if this really helps propel YouTube Shorts, because all the people who are fans of them to see social media content, this is going to drive them to Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts like super hard. And I have a feeling you're going to see a big shift here. And this is going to be that lever that's going to be pulled.
And
I think that switch that I was talking about is going to happen way sooner than we think.
Yeah.
Because of this.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. That's crazy. I'm curious to see what happens in the next just couple of months.
I'm with you. Totally. Yeah. So on that note, all of these artists who are probably pissed off that they just got one of their major promotion tools taken away, there's light at the end of the tunnel for both indie artists who, my hope of this is that TikTok's algorithm will be more favorable to smaller people, and that it will start to favor indie artists, and that TikTok can be a place for indie artists, and YouTube Shorts can be a place for major artists. And then we can kind of all like coexist. Like that's what I'm kind of hoping will happen, instead of everybody, like these big people with a lot of money are competing with these smaller artists with not a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that's what's going to come out of this. So yeah, I want to leave on that positive note, as all these angry artists are going into the Grammys. They should be happy about this, because YouTube Shorts has way more engagement anyway than TikTok. So they should be happy about this. Yeah, I think that's a good note to like kind of wrap things up on. Unless you have anything else to add.
I don't have anything else to add. I think that's a good note to end on.
All right. Well, happy award season. I'm looking forward to seeing these Grammys this year. Jonah, you need to listen to that Billy Joel song, and then we need to listen to Boy Genius.
We need to listen to Boy Genius. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, until next time, my name is Nick Valley.
My name is Jonah Dockenai. And
we're
Rev Rock Revolution!